operation in this video is designed to help the operator perform its cleaning function to its maximum effectiveness. As we go through this video, we will be covering the capability of our scrubber line, the operation, daily cleanup, daily maintenance, and adjustments. Today we are covering scrubbers, and every PowerBoss scrubber has a 2-in-1 sweeper scrubber concept designed into it, where the only basic difference between our models is going to be the size of the hopper. Today we're working with a TSS model, which stands for Total Sweeper Scrubber, and this cutaway illustration gives us a good look at the various cleaning functions within a Total Sweeper Scrubber, starting with a side sweeping broom, which sweeps into the path of a forward sweeping main broom, which sweeps into a full-size box-shaped hopper, which has the ability to high dump into containers. It also has a dust control system. And we have our sweeper in front of our scrubber, which is very important because we remove the dry debris before it gets to our scrubbing function. What this does for us is eliminate streaking in our squeegees, eliminates clogging, eliminates a great deal of sludge in the clean-out tanks, which is extra clean-out time. It also prevents drain hoses from becoming clogged. It's very important for the operation of the machine. As we go through the machine, we're constantly stressing the fact that when we're going through our single pass sweeping and scrubbing, we always sweep before we scrub. In the next segment of the video, we're going to go through the 3 functions of the sweeper scrubber and its operation. Before we take a closer look at the controls in the operator's compartment, I'd like to open up the machine a little bit and show you again the functions, sweeping and scrubbing functions of the TSS model. On the front, again, we have our main broom, which is sweeping forward. Simultaneously, at the same time, we are scrubbing behind the main broom sweeping. As I remove the side squeegee, and its job is to control water on turns. As I remove the side squeegee, we can see our scrub brushes a little bit. So we're going to have, in a single pass cleaning function, we're going to have our main broom down, our scrub brushes down, and our squeegee drying the floor behind it, all in one pass. In this area, we have our vacuum turbine. It is responsible for all the dust control and the water pickup. You see the turbine here as a hose directed to the hopper for the dust control, and a hose directed to our dirty tank or recovery tank, which creates the water lift for the water pickup to dry the floor. In the operator's compartment, there is a control knob which directs that flow of air. When the control knob is in the in position, 80% of the air is going to the squeegee to give us that good water pickup to leave the floors dry. 20% is going for dust control indoors. If we want to go outdoors and sweep heavy sweeping applications, we can pull that knob out. A manifold or a butterfly valve in this box opens up 100% of the air to the hopper and shuts off the squeegee to control that heavy dust for outdoor sweeping. As I pull the control knob, you can see the linkage. Controlling those butterfly valves and directing that air to where we need it.
There are 3 basic cleaning functions with the PowerBoss 2-in-1 machine. The first function is to sweep exclusively. The second function is to sweep, scrub, and dry the floor in a one-pass operation. The third function is to double scrub. We're going to demonstrate those 3 functions for you now. If we were to sweep exclusively, first we lower our side broom, and we lower our main broom. We activate our hydraulic control lever to the forward position. We pull out our air control knob to the out position for heavy outdoor dusty applications. If you're in a very dusty application and you don't want the side broom creating dust, we raise the side broom and we pull our hydraulic control lever to the rear position. Our second function is to sweep, scrub, and dry the floor in a one-pass operation. For that operation, again, we lower our side broom, we lower our main broom, we activate our hydraulic control lever forward, we drop our scrub brushes to the down position, we lower our squeegee, and we put our water control valve to the forward position. This allows us to sweep, scrub, and dry the floor in a one-pass operation. One very important thing to keep in mind is to always have your main broom in the lower position so that we're sweeping before we scrub, and this will maximize your cleaning performance and eliminate any clogging problems associated with dry debris. The third cleaning function is double scrubbing. With this operation, we lower our scrub brushes, we activate our hydraulic control valve, and we put our water to the forward position, our water control valve. During this operation, we'll make several passes, just scrubbing and putting water down to go after our heavy buildup areas, to brighten up the floors in your high traffic areas. One thing you do not want to do during this operation is have your main broom in the lowered position. You want it up and raised, away from the water, so that we're not sweeping water into our hopper.
From this viewpoint, let's take a closer look at our controls in the operator's compartment. What I will do is go through each of those three cleaning functions again from this viewpoint. Before we get started, I'd like you to notice that all the sweeping functions are in the forward position in the operator's compartment. All the scrubbing functions are to the left of the operator, all grouped together for simplicity. First of all, if we're just going to sweep an indoor application, what we would do is lower our side broom, lower our main broom, put it in the normal position. There are three positions for the main broom: raised position, normal, and float. For indoor flat surfaces, we put it in the restricted normal position. This holds it in a fixed raised position for proper sweeping on flat indoor surfaces. For outdoor sweeping, we lower to the float position, where the main broom floats the uneven surfaces of outdoor applications for thorough cleaning outdoors. But for indoors, we're going to keep it in the normal position, and we're going to activate our hydraulic control lever to the forward position. That's for indoor sweeping. For outdoor sweeping, we lower the main broom to the float position. Located over here, we have our air control knob. Pull that out for 100% air to the hopper for the dusty outdoor applications. For indoor sweeping, we leave it in. Now, for sweeping and scrubbing in a single pass, again, we lower our side broom, we lower our main broom to the normal position, and again, we always want to lower our main broom and sweep while we scrub in a single pass operation. Again, this will eliminate clogging and streaking problems. Third, we activate our hydraulic control lever. We leave our air control in the in position. We lower our scrub brushes, and a gauge tells us at what level they are. Full down pressure is 300 pounds. The gauge will tell us where we can back off for lighter cleaning applications. Again, we push this rocker switch forward to lower our squeegee, and we put our water control valve to the forward position to lower our water to the floor. And in this configuration, we are sweeping, scrubbing, drying the floor in one pass. Now for double scrubbing, we lower our scrub brushes to the down position. Again, we leave our squeegee up. We activate our hydraulic control lever to the rear position. We activate our water control valve to the forward position. Again, all we're doing is scrubbing back and forth, making several passes with our solution and our scrub brushes doing all the work. And again, we've got our main broom raised, so we're not sweeping water into the hopper. When we've completed our double scrubbing, our floor is as clean as we want it. We lower our squeegee and pick up our water. There are a few more items in our operator compartment I'd like to touch upon before we leave this compartment. Starting up here, we have head and tail lights, nice safety feature for the operator, located right here at this rocker switch. We have our instrument gauges located. These are water temp, electrical. These are all gauges so the operator can notify maintenance if there's any problems with our engine. Located right here, we have our RTR lights, which is a feature that we'll go through later when we go through our dump cycle of our hopper. Also located in the operator's compartment is our throttle, and the engine is governed to operate in full throttle position. Located over here, we have two indicator lights. This light located on top is the light that is activated when our solution is low. We have to go back and refill our tanks. The lower light is for our recovery tank. Our recovery tank is full, this light is activated. Before we continue any further, I'd like to mention one more thing about sweeping. We have a hopper access door located right here. When the operator encounters any objects that are too large to be swept, or large stringy objects like banding, they should be placed in here. The reason being, long stringy objects wrap around a main broom and prematurely wear them out. Place long stringy objects, unsweepable items such as long boards, in the hopper access door. This door, as we work our way in clean out of the machine, this access door is also excellent for clean out. It's also good for inspection to see if the last operator dumped the hopper before you take off to clean the facility. This is good for inspection, also good for clean out, to rinse out that encrusted material so we keep our high sweeping performance. I'd like to discuss at this point cleaning out our filters and cleaning out our the hopper dump process. Before I get in the operator's compartment, I'd like to mention one thing, like as in any industrial equipment, always have the machine off when either entering the compartment or exiting the compartment. When you enter the compartment, use the footstep. When dumping the hopper, the first thing we do is we disengage our hydraulic lever for our brushes. The hopper will not go up when the brushes are turning as a safety feature. Therefore, we turn off our brushes. The second thing we do is we go to our hopper raise lever, which is on the far left of these three control levers. By pulling this lever back, we raise the hopper up to the proper height to clear whatever container we're dumping into. Once we've reached that position, the next thing we do is we shake our filters clean. The button to activate those shaker motors is located right here on the left side of the steering column. The reason we do this in this sequence is actually two reasons. First, we've raised the hopper, we've broken the vacuum seal. We're no longer vacuumizing the hopper, therefore we can shake the filters clean and then dust will fall free and not be vacuumed back up into the filter. Second, we dump it, we shake the filters while they're parallel to the ground. While the filters are parallel to the ground, the pleats are in a position so gravity will allow the dust to fall freely. If we rotate that filter, gravity will not allow the dust to be shaken completely clean. So therefore, we leave it in a raised position when we shake the filters. Second, after we shake the filters, we go to our rotate hopper lever. Pull back on the lever to roll the hopper over, to dump our dust, to dump our trash, and we have completed the dump cycle. To rotate our hopper back, push forward on the middle control lever, the hopper rotate lever. So it returns, and then we lower the hopper back to its normal position. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. our lift and roll out type dump system, it helps us be more productive. It's called RTR. And what RTR does for us is allows us to pack the hopper more fully so that we make less trips to the dumpster. Because with the direct throw sweeping, the dustpan sweeping method, a mound tends to build on the lip of the hopper. When that mound reaches a certain level, the debris can't go into the hopper and it starts trailing behind the machine. So to solve that problem, we incorporated a feature called RTR, where we lift the hopper to this height, we roll it forward, and we pack all that debris to the front of the hopper, clearing way for more trash to be swept into the hopper. This allows us to rotate maybe 3-4 times, eliminate 3 or 4 trips to the dumpster. Makes the operator and the machine more productive. And I will demonstrate that for you now. I've left it in the proper height for this light 1 to be activated. As soon as light 1 is activated, when I raise the hopper, I stop. It tells me my hopper's cleared, frame, and I can now rotate. And I do that with, again, my lift control. Then I go to my number 2, or my middle control, which is the rotate lever, and I rotate it forward until the number 2 light comes on. That's telling me not to go any further. I pack my hopper, and if I go any further, I'll dump my payload. So I stop when number 2 light comes on. And I'll demonstrate that for you. At this point, I'd like to discuss filling and draining our recovery and solution tanks. We have a 2-tank system. Top tank's a solution tank, bottom tank's the recovery tank where the dirty water goes. To fill our solution tank, there are 2 methods. By entering this port, the easy screw-out cap, we can stick our hose in here, we pour our chemicals in here to mix our solution in our solution tank. Another convenience feature that PowerBoss designed into this tank is an auto fill feature. This is a fitting located right here where we thread in a typical hose. While this hose is filling the tank, the water level raises, and a plumbing inside this shut-off valve shuts off the water. Therefore, you don't have to stand there holding a hose while you fill your tank. It allows the operator to be a little more productive, possibly doing daily checks while the water's filling. Once we've gone out and we've depleted our clean water, the cover tank is full, we have to drain. That's done. Taking our drain hose, which is located right here in this access door, unthreading the marine plug and draining our dirty water. Once our dirty water is drained, it is very essential that we clean out our recovery tank. There will be a certain amount of sludge buildup in there from scrubbing that we need to flush out and keep our water pickup performance as high as ever. Clean out the recovery tank. 2 easy screw-up caps to access our dirty tank. There's one big tank down here, which we can flush out through those ports and make it a leak. Easier to flush out. We recommend flushing out from this access port that direction. One thing to keep in mind while you're removing and putting on your caps is that there is a sealing material, a rubber sealing material, which fits up against the port to give us a good tight seal. Always make sure the rubber side is on the outside of our cap. Another important area of clean out is your intake tube. We have a hose which slides over our squeegee tool located right here, which I just removed by sliding off. This hose is the hose that goes to our intake tube that deposits water into our dirty tank. Sometimes you will get some dry debris in there, pallet chips, etc. And it's a great idea to just take your hose, flush out this tube. Keep any restrictions out of there, keep your water lift very, very high and efficient. Also, a real good idea is to flush out the drain hose. That port for that drain hose is located right here, very easy to get to. I got my hand on it right now, just by simply taking the same water hose and flushing out the drain tube. This cap accesses our solution tank. If you ever need to drain your solution, remove this cap to drain your clean water. Another very, very important function or responsibility of the operator is a daily inspection. We'll walk around the machine inspecting such items as seals, gaskets, wear, things of that nature. We're going to start at the front with our access door. This is where the inspection takes place. Inspect to see if we have a full or empty hopper. Also, while we're in here, we need to check our seal material, which seals when we close our door. As you go through the whole machine, you'll see many seals and flaps. It's extremely important to maintain a vacuumized dust chamber to keep our dust control very efficient. If we're missing any of these pieces of gasket material, it'll decrease our dust efficiency. So as we go through the whole machine, we will be checking every seal, gasket, and flap. From the access door, next slide is our filter box. The access filter box also has seal material which we need to frequently inspect and replace if needed. Also, if we open up this compartment and see dust in it, we know we have a problem with our filters. We need to contact the maintenance department, either reseat the filters or replace them. Next, while we're in this area, we inspect our side broom wear. When we go over our side broom, it should make a certain contact with the floor. And like driver's ed for 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, that's where our pattern should be hitting on our side broom. If it's not hitting this pattern, again, contact the maintenance department to lower the adjustments so that we have contact again. From the side broom, we go to our main broom. Make sure we're receiving proper contact with the floor. In the normal position, there should be a 2-inch swap on the floor, or a 2-inch pattern. To make this adjustment, if we're not making contact, we make the adjustment right here by turning a knob, lowering the broom back down to that 2-inch pattern. And this is real important while we're sweeping and scrubbing, because if we lower the normal position, our broom is not contacting the floor, we're not sweeping, again, we're going to have the clogging and restriction problems in our water pickup system. So check that main broom every day. While we're in here, again, it's a very important area. This is where all the dust is being created in our broom compartment. Check all the seals and the flaps. So make proper contact with the floor, and we have a total seal around the door. From the main broom, we go to our scrub compartment and check our main brushes for wear, our scrub brushes for wear. Typically, when we get down to about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch, it's time to replace our scrub brushes. Also, in this area, we need to make sure we have proper side squeegee alignment with the floor, so that when we make our turns, we're not leaving water. For out of adjustment, again, contact the maintenance department. From the side squeegee in the scrub brush compartment, we go back and we check our rear squeegee for wear and flare. Proper flare on a squeegee as we're traveling forward should be a 45-degree flare from the floor. And we only wear the squeegee halfway through the squeegee, and we flip it around. So we're constantly using that good sharp edge. As we're walking around the machine, before we take off to do our cleaning function, make sure every door, access door, is properly latched all the way around the machine. Finally, located over here is our vacuum shutoff system. What that system contains a float shutoff. As the water level rises, the float raises a ball which restricts the airflow. So when we get too full, we automatically shut off our vacuum system. So we're not drawing water through the impeller on the other side of the machine. So what we need to do is make sure this is properly rinsed off, it's not restricted, everything's free moving up and down. This is your first PowerBoss. One of the suggestions we make is that each operator operate the PowerBoss in sweep mode only for the first hour or so. You get a comfort level with the maneuverability of the machine. Once that comfort level is reached, you're performing the other functions outlined in this video. Everything that we've covered in our video today is included in this manual, especially the details for any adjustments or any maintenance that we went over today. This manual came with your PowerBoss when you received it. If you have any further questions, please contact your local PowerBoss distributor or the PowerBoss factory, because the #1 priority for us is to make you a happy PowerBoss customer.